The expanding internet infrastructure, such as mobile broadband, the growing availability of low-cost smartphones and tablets, and increased fiber optic cable connections to households have contributed to a remarkable rise in internet and information and communication technology usage in Kenya. The Communications Authority of Kenya Sector Statistics Report 2018-2019 indicates a growing proportion of unsupervised teenagers accessing the internet in Kenya. This was consistent with a baseline study pairing children and their parents conducted by Terre, Hommes, Netherlands, African Institute for Children's Studies and Childline Kenya Consortium in Nairobi, Mombasa, Nakuru, and Kisumu counties.
We are talking about children sharing nude photos of themselves and posting them online. We are talking about children speaking and connecting with people who are strangers online, becoming friends, and even worse off, being able to be lured to leave school and go and meet a stranger. We found from our baseline study that 2 out of every 10 children who we interviewed had shared their naked photos online. 75% of the children have done an online conversation or shared their contact and information with a stranger. A child looking out for a sexual act happening online has happened in about 1 out of every 10 children. That's about 8% of the children we interviewed. So what we are saying here, there's a real risk that is happening.
The internet offers opportunities for child development, but it also exposes them to risks of online child sexual exploitation. Common forms of online child sexual exploitation include live streaming of child sexual abuse, soliciting of nude photos of children, and sex texting, among others. It is against these and other global statistics that Terre, Hommes, Netherlands decided to conduct a rapid assessment in Kenya in 2016, and specifically in Nairobi, Mombasa, Kilifi, and Kwale counties to understand the extent and magnitude of scripts on OCSE.
With regard to online child sexual exploitation, I would like to mention that one of the issues that informed us to start this project with Urgent is because of the results of the data that we got from the baseline survey that we conducted in the 4 project site counties.
The research led to a project to create awareness on OCSE and build capacity for effective response by stakeholders, including children and government agencies. The project is jointly implemented on a pilot basis by Terre, Hommes, Netherlands, African Institute for Children's Studies, and Childline Kenya in 4 counties, namely Nairobi, Mombasa, Nakuru, and Kisumu.
Avoid sharing your locations so they may not get you. And use your phones wisely by the guidance of your parents and your teachers and your guardians and anybody is responsible. Are we together, children? Are we together?
Through this project that commenced in May 2018, a total of 3.4 million people have been reached with TV, radio, and social media messages. A comprehensive training guide for children and teachers has been developed and reviewed by the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development. 1,600 children in 400 primary schools have been trained as peer educators and formed the online Corps Club.
Since we started implementing the OCSE project, we have noted some changes in terms of how the cases are, one, reported. We had training of all our counselors at the helpline to be able to identify these cases and to be able to target the response accordingly. And from then we have seen a great improvement in the way that the cases are documented and how the clients are referred to various service providers. Service providers themselves had challenges also responding accordingly because of the limited laws in Kenya or legislation to handle such cases. And so through various training sessions and dialogue sessions as well with them, we have seen a notable increase in cases that have gone to court and that are being followed up at different levels, including counseling, offering therapy, and just follow up to ensure that these children are safe together with their families. And when we started the project, we had very few cases. In the first year, we had about 13 cases reported. But as we have increased the awareness on this issue and have spoken to various groups of people, children, their parents, teachers, and other members of the community, we have seen a marked increase in the cases that are reported. We are almost at 200 now that we are following up closely and that children are going through counseling for. And as we continue, we expect to have more cases reported and therefore more children assisted in this sense.
I also want to tell all those people out there that everyone has a role in preventing OCSE. The family has roles, the government has roles, and also the children, and also the society.
And we shall not just keep the things that you have done to ourselves, but we shall share to other people.
And now when I'm online, I know what to do and not to do when online.
I've been doing bad things in the past, but now I've learned to be safe on online.
And it has helped me to be safe.
We have seen a very big change in the learners. They are very bold now. They are open in sharing out what is disturbing them.
Before the program, we would have quite a number of cases of friendship, of pregnancies, and also of engaging strangers even on the net. And right now with the program, they're able to teach one another and also to educate themselves on the pros and the cons of using internet.
And so that for us is a great achievement, especially because the children themselves now know how to identify these issues and to be able to seek help for themselves. And that also means that is a big step towards ending the issues of OCSE from that young age and even as they grow up into responsible adults.
Despite this great impact from the 2-year project, a lot more needs to be done. We have learned that families and public-private partnerships play a critical role to the successful and sustainable fight against OCSE. The joint project has generated a conversation and provided the required initial impetus. We must now as a nation prioritize online safety for our children so that they conquer this important human development tool rather than be victims.
I want to give a big vote of thanks to Childline Kenya, African Institute of Children's Studies, and Terre Hommes. Thank you.